What's going on, boxing fans? It's Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Friend request subscribe. I actually drive George the Boxing Genius right now. This is an exclusive. He's actually in the car right now. We're actually at Central Florida. I'm on my way. Not only he's a George, you know, he's a boxing genius, but anytime I buy a car, I gotta bring him because he wheels and deals, and we play good cop, bad cop. Obviously, you know. He tells people, and not only he don't tell people he don't know shit about boxing, don't know shit about cars, so he just talks a lot of shit when he's talking to the salesman.
You gotta tell a lot of shit. I'm a salesman too. I've been a salesman many years prior to what I do today.
Anyways, no, we were just talking boxing because Sugar Shane Mosley's fighting this weekend, and
it's another bum.
He's gonna go ahead and take on the winner of. They're saying the winner of that fight's gonna take on the winner of Kell, Brook, and Sean Porter. But we were talking about the welterweight, just shooting the shit, and I know there's a random video, but we're talking about, like, right now in my eyes, the best dude in welterweight besides Mayweather, obviously, and Pacquiao is Errol Spence Jr. But, you know, I know Errol Spence Jr. has to get a lot of, you know, he definitely has to get a lot of credible names underneath his belt. But in the meantime, right now, skill-wise, I think Errol Spence is definitely, he's the guy to beat in that division.
That's obviously true. I mean, the way I see it. I mean, his resume is not as sucks, just like Kell Brook's. But Kell Brook's ranked #1, who shouldn't be the fuck up there, like I said previously. Right. And you got Errol Spence coming up. I mean, Errol Spence, I mean, to me, he's showing me more of a boxing technique, boxing skill, a better way of saying is he would attract the public better. To me, as a guy that could take Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s spot. You know?
I think Errol Spence, he's a 5'2" fighter. He got strength, he got endurance, he got speed, he got power, which is his strength, and he has boxing knowledge too. You know, I noticed that when he's sitting there at the post fight, he's sitting there picking them apart. He was like, yeah, you know, I noticed that this fighter, you know, he was a little slow, and you know, like, so right there, he's like Mayweather a little bit. He's into it. He's not just fighting just to fight and being going into the fight. You know, he's setting up, he's planning, and you know, that's just strategic, man. He knows how to box, you know, and that shit's dangerous.
The guy's good. The guy's good.
And you know, styles make fights, but a guy like Errol Spence, he's patient, and he knows how to adapt based on, you know, like, say for instance, he beat Chris Algieri. That's a lot of people talk shit about Chris Algieri, but Chris Algieri has a style that give fucking people problems, man. Right. You know, but he was able to capitalize and just bring the fight to Algieri and just knock his ass out early. Yeah. You know, but he wasn't stuck on that same, I'm gonna box him. I'm gonna box him. No, man, he was able to mix it up, and then when he seen the opportunity, he fucked him up.
He brings it to the table. Every single fight, you got something new going to the table.
Right.
You got to study the boxer. So, you know, Errol Spence, the way I see it, that's the way he is. You know, and I feel as though there's one thing though I wanted to say, that he should be fighting the winner of Keith Thurman and Sean Porter.
Right.
But again, he's in the other side of the fence on the same place. But, you know, Al Heyman, BBS, you know, they got Sean Porter and they got Keith Thurman. So they probably do not want to put these two moneymakers right now off the track right there and then.
But I noticed that all the fighters are chasing the money, and right now the welterweight with Mayweather and Pacquiao, that was the division where the money. But I know everyone's chasing Canelo and everyone's chasing Triple G,
right?
Because that's where the money's at right now. But as of right now, you know, these welterweights, like you were saying this last video earlier this morning while you were making coffee, and I videotaped it.
Right.
You know, the welterweight division they got a lot of unknown fighters that still have to, they're questionable, and they need to prove themselves. The only way they can prove themselves is fighting each other like Kell, Brook, and Sean Porter are doing here coming up in the next several weeks, man. But all of these promoters are ducking and dodging. They're sitting there, you know, holding on to them like they're Mayweather and Pacquiao.
There you go. They're playing chess games.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, no. This is about a fan base. You know, fans want to see a fight. You know, you're talking about
and then all of a sudden they're using that excuse as fucking mandatory. Yeah. Mandatory, I gotta fight this Russian guy. Who the fuck's this guy? Even though he's a mandatory. Mandatory, kiss my ass.
Right.
You need to fight, you know, I'm speaking like this. You need to fight a real fighter.
Right. You're talking about mandatory. So
which way do I gotta go? Straight?
You talk about mandatory. I mean, here's a mandatory for you. They got ranked 1 and 2 in the 140. You got Terrence Crawford fighting. Who's Terrence Crawford fighting? Golly, I just forgot his name. Terrence Crawford is fighting. They're 1 and 2 ranked in that division for the vacant title. The 140.
I gotta look
at that. So those are mandatories. But now You got these guys like Kell Brook fighting a Yo-Yo Dan, a fucking bum. You got him fighting a
even Triple G. Even Triple G wants to fight fucking everybody, but there's no one to fight. He's going to fight the mandatory. He should fight the mandatory. Why? Because he wants to be the undisputed.
There you go.
And so they don't strip him from his belt. But how the hell you got to fight a mandatory? You ain't got no fucking belt, or you just I don't know.
They vacate like Canelo left.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man.
So you know, I mean, I don't understand. You know, but it's all fucked up, like I said before. You know, boxing is getting fucked up. Who fucks this shit up? You know, it's the promoters and the board, the commission. You know, they allowing these guys to do what the fuck they want to do. No, you got to give me, the fans, what they want to see. They're the ones paying the money.
Right.
You know,
but the only two fighters that really get to me under my skin right now, I'm not going to discredit them whatsoever because I respect them as a fighter and I think they're good. But come on, if you're holding that strap, you know there's a lot of guys underneath of you that you gotta fight, man. And you got Danny Garcia and you got Kell Brook that are really getting to me.
I said to you.
And these guys need to fight Errol Spence and stop dicking around.
Thank you.
That's the only thing. That's the only two fighters that get to me is Kell Brook and Danny Garcia. Them guys need to put up that belt and fight somebody.
And then they say about this guy duck, this guy duck. Hey, it's like you just said before. You mentioned it before. Triple G. Look, man.
Did I get off right here, Narcissus?
Yeah. You get off right here. Look, dude. Think about this. You got Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man.
That's another one. That's a good Triple
And then
G
you
fight.
got Chocolate Paul Quillen, the other guy.
Peter
Hey,
Quillen.
you got people. You guys dodged him and ducked and ran. Al Heyman, you took a cover on the Al Heyman on his sheet because you don't want to fight Triple G. Now, people, who the fuck do you want Triple G to fight? Canelo duck, he cut out. All this shit he was talking. Ran like a pussy.
Yeah, but Canelo's fought some good-ass fighters, man.
Okay, but don't talk like I keep saying it. People talk about Triple G or they want to fight Triple G. Look at Lada. Lada wants to fight Triple G. Fine, we'll go in there and fight the motherfucker. You go, yeah, make a laugh. You're not going to fight him because you know what? You get your motherfucking ass knocked out. There's nobody right now in 168 that could fight him. I don't care, at 160. And as a matter of fact, when he goes to 168, that's a low-ass fucking 168. There's nobody there. Triple G go to 168 and sweep house in that division. He would, believe me. Andre Ward left. Why? He was ranked. Why did Andre Ward left? Of course. Well, there's a bunch of fucking bums there. He wants to make money. So he goes up to 175 to fight who? If he could fight Kovalev. And I don't know.
So we're pulling up to the dealership right now.
Make a left right here.
Right here?
No,
next one.
No,
next one,
sorry.
maybe U-turn. Anyways, guys, it's Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Friend request, subscribe. And then you got George's Boxing Genius. And everybody says you don't know shit about boxing.
There you go. Kiss my motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.